It's a shame. I mean, I can't believe people are like that.
What a man from this area is accused of doing that could have him locked up for life.
New at 11, a local road is crumbling, and people who live there say someone is going to get hurt.
He's getting to be a danger.
Also new tonight, an historic church bell stolen, the business where police busted the alleged thieves.
A local community talking tonight about an alleged sex club and what they want the township to do about it.
And forget texting and driving. There's now word of a texting while walking ban, but things aren't always what they seem.
You're watching KDKA TV News at 11 in high definition.
Breaking news in Lawrenceville, where one alleged robber is in custody and there's an active search for another. Police say a pair of juveniles were involved in 3 street robberies tonight.
This all started around 9 o'clock at 52nd Street and Dresden Way. Police say all 3 victims said the robbers had a gun. They made off with cell phones and other items. Rape, indecent assault, furnishing alcohol to minors. A man from this area is facing 642 counts tonight for what he allegedly did to 3 young girls. Now, this guy has been living in Tennessee, but police say he carried out these heinous crimes in Mercer County.
Michael Lewis is awaiting extradition. Ralph Iannotti is live in the newsroom with reaction to his arrest. Ralph.
Thanks very much, Kimberly. Tonight, the suspect is sitting in a jail in Nashville, Tennessee. State police say there's no timetable on when he'll be brought back to this area to face those criminal charges. The suspect is 40-year-old Michael David Lewis. He's described as a serial child molester. He was arrested by the FBI near Nashville, Tennessee. But state police say the crimes he's accused of occurred in the Jackson Township area of Mercer County, where he allegedly raped and abused 3 young girls who were 9, 10, and 12 when the abuse occurred. The investigation started about a month ago when 2 girls came forward.
We did our investigation. Based on their interviews, we located another female victim. Interviewed her. We have recovered some physical evidence and other investigative techniques we used. We gathered some more evidence against Mr. Lewis.
Investigators said the suspect had been living in the Nashville area for a while, but it was not unusual for him to travel back and forth between Pennsylvania and Tennessee. Not far from where the crimes allegedly took place in Jackson Township, news of Lewis's arrest spread quickly.
Reading the paper, and then I heard about it from inside as well. It's a shame. I mean, I can't believe people are like that.
And tallying up everything, Lewis is facing nearly 650 sex-related charges, some dating back to 2009. The investigation continues. Live in the newsroom tonight, I'm Ralph Iannotti, KDKA TV News.
Breaking news in Beaver County, firefighters battling a house fire. The call came in just about 40 minutes ago on Emmett Drive in Chippewa. We're told one person was hurt. That fire is still burning right now. We'll keep you posted.
New at 11, a local road is cracking and crumbling, and neighbors say it's so bad, school buses, taxis, even ambulances can't get through. Hilburn Street in Hayes is a short street with fewer than a dozen homes. They say since January, the pavement has been eroding, likely because of recent water main breaks. Vehicles have gotten stuck on more than one occasion.
The garbage trucks, they don't come down this way. They'll send their pickup truck down because they went over on the hillside already, and they had to get dug out. And the cabs, they come down, the one went over, and they had to wait for a tow truck to get them out.
He's getting to be a danger, especially whenever they pick up kids and school buses come down here, turn around, or access, or medicine delivery for these people that are sick and older. I mean, it's getting to be pretty bad.
Neighbors have put up signs to warn drivers. We reached out to Pittsburgh Public Works tonight, but haven't heard back.
A woman who was trapped in a wrecked van for 3 days is expected to be released from the hospital tomorrow. Last Monday, Veronica McFoy went off a windy road outside Morgantown. She went over an embankment and crashed in thick woods. She survived for those 3 days on rainwater and a can of soda. By Thursday, she managed to crawl back to the street and flag down help.
The family of a missing teenager has been posting flyers in hopes someone has seen her. 15-year-old Ryan Tillman of Shaler was reported missing by her father a week ago today. She didn't show up at school and hasn't been seen since. Her family has been all over Shaler hanging up flyers with her picture and description. Tillman's father reportedly thinks she's being held against her will. If you've seen Ryan Tillman, call Shaler Police.
2 people are in custody after a low-speed police chase that ended in Garfield. Police tried to pull over an SUV with an expired plate. The driver wouldn't stop, though. Officers caught up with the vehicle about 5 blocks away on North Fairmont Street.
The car slowed right here, and the passenger jumped out. He did have a gun in his hand. He ran between these two houses. He was apprehended a short time later on Colombo Street without the gun.
Police also arrested the driver. They say they haven't found that gun.
New at 11, a postal worker who said he faked his own assault because he needed a break from life has pleaded guilty. Jeffrey Goggets was found unconscious outside the post office in Jeanette last year. He told investigators he was attacked from behind and robbed, but police say surveillance video shows that the attack never happened. Goggets faces up to 5 years in prison.
A local woman faces up to 10 years in prison for setting her house on fire with her kids inside. Tara Lynn of Tarentum pleaded guilty to arson and child endangerment and no contest to attempted homicide. Police say she poured gasoline in her duplex, then set it on fire in an attempt to kill herself and her children. The kids were asleep. Firefighters rescued all three.
New at 11, police say they've found a historic bell that was stolen from outside a local church. Sometime over the weekend, the bell at Frankfort Springs Presbyterian in Hookstown disappeared. Tonight, police say they've tracked down the thieves in Ohio. They tried to sell the bell to a scrap metal yard.
Well, breaking the case today after someone ran down a bicyclist over the weekend. Today, police found the Jeep that they believe hit a man on Liberty Avenue in Lawrenceville early Sunday morning. Police say the driver hit the cyclist as he rode with friends and then took off. Part of the mangled bike was stuck in the Jeep's grill.
I heard it, and I heard a really terrible crashing sound. I was upstairs in my house. I ran to the window. I looked out and I saw the guy in the street. He was laying in the street. He was all twisted up.
Police say they've interviewed the driver over the phone and plan to file charges soon.
Police say a driver going the wrong way crashed on the Fort Pitt Bridge, then ran off. His passenger and a person in the car he hit head-on were taken to the hospital. Police are still looking for that driver.
And charges have been filed in a chain reaction crash yesterday. Police say Stephen Roberts of Finleyville down Route 51 in Pleasant Hills and didn't stop until he crashed into a pole. That caused several other accidents. 10 cars in all were involved. Roberts is facing a DUI and other charges. He's in the hospital in fair condition.
A controversial camp in our area is back in the news tonight. It's known as the Dungeon. It's a place that allegedly charges members for erotic role-playing and violent sexual acts. Christine D'Antonio went to Washington Township, Greene County, where people packed a township meeting to see if it would be addressed.
These doors are now locked and boarded up, but at one point they were opened for alleged sex parties. An attorney representing the property owners was on site tonight to see if the alleged sex club allegations would come up. And while it formally did not, there is frustration tonight from people in Washington Township. The alleged sex club, running for over a decade, was brought to surface after Leonard and Linda Dean found out about it 2 years ago. The two live on a piece of the land owned by her parents, Ron and Joanne Valetti of Greensburg.
They haven't talked to me since. But, you know, my mom taught me, she raised me with morals. And right now, I'm kind of wondering where her morals are.
The one thing about us staying up here was they always sent us on vacation a couple days prior to the event, and we didn't come back till a couple days after, which they paid for in full. And me and my wife's very good people. We always have been. We do for anybody we can do for. We're good Christians.
The alleged club on Edgar Hill Road was outed for throwing camping-style parties once a year where members who, according to websites, were paying to attend were participating in bondage, domination, and sadomasochism experiences.
There's no sex club on the property. There's a lot of allegations that are unfounded.
Valetti's attorney says the claims are untrue and that notices against his clients for sewage violations on the site have either been handled or dismissed. The zoning officer says he can't do anything without solid evidence.
They have no pictures of camping. They have no pictures of naked people, sex club. I mean, they have nothing but hearsay. So, I mean, until we get some rock solid evidence, there's nothing you can do.
But for those who've seen the traffic coming in, along with security guards to keep people out of that area, they say, not in my backyard.
My problem is I believe what the Bible has to say. And this stuff going on there that you shouldn't be doing.
The next scheduled party was supposed to take place next weekend, but the people who live on this property say it's not going to happen. In Greene County, Christine D'Antonio, KDKA TV News.
The district attorney is keeping a club where a man was killed a week ago closed, at least for now. Today, the DA met with a lawyer for the Trappers Club in Larimer. He's ordering the club to stay closed, but not permanently. He says neither this month's shooting nor the one in 2006 was random.
Motives that relate to different incidents as to each victim, or separate incidents which led shooters to this particular club looking for these particular persons. So this is not a random act of violence.
20-year-old Dante Hawkins was killed in that shooting earlier this month. Asa Tompkins was wounded.
One man is dead, another in jail after a deadly shooting in Uniontown. Curtavious Smith is accused of shooting Marlon Crawford in the head yesterday morning outside a home in the Pershing Court housing complex. Police say they were arguing over a woman.
Jane Ory's sentencing for public corruption has been pushed back 2 weeks to June 4th. Ory was convicted of using her state Senate staffers to do campaign work. The prosecution wants Ory to repay more than $1.3 million that the state Senate paid for her defense. The delay will give both sides more time to address that request.
It's the first night in prison for former state rep Bill DeWeese. He reported to a lockup near Harrisburg today. DeWeese sentenced up to 5 years for his conviction on corruption charges. He said he plans to make the best of it.
One, I'm going to behave myself and obviously conform to the protocols of the institution. Two, I'm going to stay in tip-top physical condition. And three, and finally, I'm going to make some new friends. Thank you very much.
DeWeese is appealing his conviction, but a judge denied his request to delay his sentence while he appeals. He remains on the November ballot. Texting while walking is now not only dangerous, it's distracting. And new tonight, why a reported ban in one town isn't what it seems.
Increase your speed without worrying about getting a ticket. The latest proposal to raise the speed limit on a Pennsylvania highway.
And an extremely rare play in Little League. Hear from the 6-year-old who made a triple play.
And a lot of clouds around the area today, and that's carried on right through this evening and tonight with a couple of showers still lingering in parts of the area. Right now it's mostly cloudy and a balmy 61. In downtown Pittsburgh, there could be a leftover sprinkle as we head beyond the midnight hour tonight. Tomorrow should be a drier day with clouds breaking for some sunshine, and the best news of all, temperatures are going to stay above 70 all week. Details ahead.
All your life you've been trading up. You exchanged the third floor walk-up for the house you had your heart set on. So now that you're comfortably situated in life, let's talk about your car.
For a limited time during the Lincoln Exchange sales event, trade up to a Lincoln MKZ. Ranked the most dependable car in its class 3 years running by J.D. Power Associates. Now lease a 2012 Lincoln MKZ for $319 a month, including a $1,000 exchange bonus. Only at your Lincoln dealer.
The best casino in Pennsylvania just got even better. Sign up for the all-new Rush Rewards Players Card from Rivers Casino and start earning even more rewards, like cruises, rooms in Las Vegas, bonus entries, free slot play, discounts on dining, and much more. Sign up for your new Rush Rewards Players Card and start earning rewards today. Rivers Casino, right next to Heinz Field. For more info, go to theriverscasino.com.
I may have retired from the game, but not from being big. Good thing one car gives me full-size luxury and 36 miles per gallon, which is nice because I've got shoes that are bigger than most hybrids and more stylish, too. If you don't know the luxurious yet fuel-efficient LaCrosse, you don't know Buick.
Now get 2 years of premium services on the EPA-estimated 36 highway MPG LaCrosse for just $279 per month. Consider it a new lease on luxury.
Turner Dairy Farms milk, from local farms to local families.
Big selection, huge savings now at Bowser Subaru.
Leave your checkbook at home for the Subaru Sign and Drive event. Don't miss the 2012 Legacy 2.5i CVT. Lease starting at just $219 a month with no money down. And interest rates starting as low as 0.9% APR. So hurry in to Bowser Subaru or log on to powerofbowsersubaru.com.
The power of Bowser is the power of price, service, and selection.
Well, Welcome back. Texting and driving is illegal, but what about texting and walking? The police chief of a town in New Jersey has been getting calls from around the world after reports that they were handing out fines for texting and walking. David Highfield is live with this story. New at 11. David.
Yeah, Kimberly, it turns out it's not true. I talked to the police tonight in Fort Lee, New Jersey. A lieutenant tells me they have not banned texting and walking. He says they are, though, handing out tickets for jaywalking. Still, though, this story has gotten national attention, and it clearly hit a nerve. We found people texting and walking in shady stuff.
Yes, I do. I don't even think about it. That's probably a bad thing.
But Maureen Shaughnessy did it flawlessly, first avoiding oncoming pedestrians, then looking up to cross the street. Not everyone does it so gracefully. Take this woman who texted her way into a water fountain at a shopping mall on the other end of the state. Then watch this texting woman fall down some steps during a live broadcast in Canada. And there's the guy in California who was so busy texting, he didn't notice a bear he almost ran into.
Sometimes I'll see people crossing the street while texting, and you know there's a car like right there, and they manage to not get hit, but sometimes it's a pretty close call.
And for people who are absolutely determined to text and walk, well, there's an app for that. It's called Transparent Screen and uses your cell phone camera. It allows you to actually see where you're going as you continue to text. And while Fort Lee hasn't banned texting and walking, a town in Idaho did ban texting while crossing the street. But some think government should stay out of it.
If people want to take a chance and put their life in jeopardy, that should be their problem.
Well, a study by a university in New York found that even good texters had a difficult time walking a straight line while texting. And tonight, a Pittsburgh police commander told me that anytime a pedestrian is distracted, well, that's a safety concern. We're live tonight in downtown Pittsburgh. David Highfield, KDKA TV News.
David, thanks. Drivers feeling the need for speed have an advocate in Harrisburg. Pittsburgh State Rep Joe Preston is behind a bill to raise the speed limit on the Pennsylvania Turnpike from 65 to 70. So far, only a House committee has passed it, but it has people talking about whether faster is better.
I think that would be great. I think it would speed things along.
A lot of people may have some concerns, but cars are a lot safer. Roads are a lot better.
This bill would not automatically raise the speed limit, but rather would allow the turnpike to raise it in places deemed safe.
Parents in a local school district got their chance to sound off tonight about a proposed dress code. The Washington School District wants to ban jeans, sweatpants, track suits, and athletic shorts. There will also be a length requirement on skirts and shorts. Tonight, the district held a public meeting. Officials hope to have the dress code in place by next school year. Tonight, Ron Paul announced he is suspending his presidential campaign. Paul says he will no longer spend resources campaigning in states that have not held primaries, but he will continue his bid to collect delegates to the Republican National Convention this summer. Mitt Romney has essentially secured the nomination. Romney is also the only candidate still campaigning.
Traffic restrictions in Shadyside tonight after a sewer line collapsed. Crews are working to repair the 15-inch line on Swope Street. The street will be closed from Ellsworth Avenue to Alder Street, open only to local traffic. They're hoping to have that fixed by Friday night.
And if you use the Veterans Bridge, here is your warning. Starting at 6 a.m. tomorrow, the Route 28 exit on the northbound side is closing. The posted detour takes you through the north side. You can also expect restrictions on the bridge itself. Northbound will be restricted to 2 lanes during the day and 1 lane at night. Expect these closures through the end of May.
All right, I know the last couple of days have been, pretty gray and dreary, but I got a sneak peek at the 5-day.
Looking good?
You're going to like it.
All right, I want the sun to come back here soon. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Rosella.
Yeah, especially later on in the week. We will have to deal with a couple more showers midweek, but by the time we hit Thursday, it's going to be smooth sailing into the weekend. Today, not a thing of beauty. Limited sunshine at best, if you saw any at all, and that really held the temperature range in fairly tight today. 56 the low, 66 the high. We did end the day actually above average, though, by 2 degrees due to the high-low from earlier this morning. 61, balmy outside right now, mostly cloudy. Winds are calm. Humidity, 87%, with the dew point steady all evening at 57, and that kind of gives us the basement of where our temperature could fall tonight. I think it's going to be in the mid-50s in most areas. Take a look at temperatures elsewhere right now. 57 in Aliquippa, Burgettstown, Saxonburg, both at 58, 59 in Arnold, and low 60s in Latrobe. Cole Center and Morgantown both at 60 degrees. A quick look at Viper radar. Not a lot out there, but still some lingering showers in through parts of Westmoreland and now southern Indiana County, right around perhaps the Blairsville, Saltsburg area, and then down stretching toward Latrobe and maybe Ligonier. Still a little light rain falling at this hour. Not going to last much longer. Leftover lingering sprinkle as we head beyond midnight tonight and wake up tomorrow morning. 55 and still some lingering cloudiness, but we'll see some sunshine breaking through the clouds throughout the afternoon tomorrow. A little warmer than today, up to 75 degrees, and just an outside chance of literally 1 or 2 showers in the Laurel Highlands tomorrow morning. I think everyone's dry tomorrow afternoon. The setup has seen clouds surging up from the south. That's where our moisture feed has been coming from, and as a result, we've seen slow, gradual clearing beginning to take place, primarily in through northwestern Pennsylvania. It's going to be a real slow process to get some breaks in the cloud deck for everyone, and we'll be hard-pressed to do so overnight tonight. Better chances we head through the day tomorrow. Most widespread moisture is across central and eastern Pennsylvania. That's where the moisture and energy will be shifting over the next 24 hours away from us. We'll spend most, if not all, of tomorrow in between systems, one right along the coast, another one taking shape in through the Great Lakes. A cool front, that'll be here on Wednesday. It's not a real impressive front, but there's enough moisture with it and just enough in terms of lift to get at least the chance of a few showers going on Wednesday afternoon. The front will then swing through. The air mass behind it, at least temporarily, will be cooler, but high pressure is going to quickly build in and stick around for several days. So I expect an extended stretch of probably 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, when we will see dry skies, sunshine, and some very pleasant conditions. So the payoff will certainly come later in the week. 55 tonight, a leftover sprinkle and clouds. Tomorrow, 75 with clouds and sunshine. Overall, a dry day, maybe 1 or 2 showers. Tomorrow night, 50 degrees. Chance for an afternoon shower Wednesday, then it's cruise control. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 70, 77, and 80 degrees, respectively, with sunshine into the weekend. Ken?
All right, Jeff, thanks. It may be on a Little League team, but one 6-year-old made a major league play. At this game in Atlanta, you can see Ross Bernath. He catches a fly ball for the first out. He tags third base for the second out, and then dives for the runner coming from second, getting an unassisted triple play.
I was happy and excited.
And did you think, I can get a triple play?
Yes, I thought I can do it every day.
Little Ross's play is very rare. Even for a pro, it's only been pulled off 15 times in the history of Major League Baseball. So he's on his way at age 6.
Pretty cool. What awareness. Awareness at age 6, just to know what to do when you get the ball.
Exactly.
I like the head on that
Most
kid.
kids don't know what to do.
Yeah.
All right, Bob has sports coming right up.
Yes, indeed. We're talking baseball, too. The Pirates are now 17-6 this year when they score 2 runs or more. Tonight, they didn't need that much more because the pitching continued to dominate. We got highlights from Miami, plus Ron Everhart has a new job. The Atlantic 10 gets a big addition, and Game 1, Rangers-Devils, all next.
This week, for the first time in 13 years, Dave welcomes Conan O'Brien.
Wow.
Plus, Betty White from The Talk, Julie Chen, and tonight, don't miss Kelly Ripa.
The wait is finally over. It's time for Hyundai to bring on the tent.